Good morning, Tuesday morning transformation, TMT. Today we're going to create and manifest a transformation. So there's so much turmoil in the world today, right? It seems like they're chaos, but the question is the world falling apart or is it really coming together? So we're living in a time when one paradigm is dying off and a whole new paradigm is really being birthed. Now imagine 20 years from today, hey Scott, 20 years from today, the next generation is going to say, wow, were you there in 2000? Hey Robert, were you there in 2020 when the whole world changed? You'd be like, yeah, I was there. It was freaking awesome, right? We watched the whole world transform. So the question is, why are you here? Because the power of your beliefs, hey Ann, the power of your beliefs determine how we live. What we believe about ourselves determines how we live, what we experience, and how we create that new paradigm. So let's go through a few belief systems. Hey, you're a spirit having a human experience. We are divinity. We are heaven on earth. We are heaven manifested, incarnated into a human body so we can express that divinity, bring that consciousness in, and literally have the opportunity to create a whole new world. That's what we're doing. There's a presence that is in you that is never an absence. The presence, the divine universal presence, God, whatever vocabulary you want to use, is in us. And it's always there, it's always present, and it's never absent. It works through you, it's as you, it radiates from you into others to shift the whole consciousness. And that, hey Barbara, that is the new paradigm, and it can't be anything different. When that's who you are, and you understand that's who you are, then it can't be any difference. There's only one thing that makes a difference. If you don't believe it, if you don't be conscious of what really is and who you believe you are. And that's the difference between impossible and I'm possible. Are things impossible or am I possible? Because you are possibility here incarnated. That's what we have, potential to create possibility. You are what's possible. So you're here to fulfill a purpose in a way that only you can fulfill, that other people may be doing the same thing, but there's no way they can do it like you. You have different gifts, you have different talents. They're very specific. Hey, Allie, very specific for your purpose, and you're here to fulfill it. And you came in this time. So really the most powerful question is not just who am I, but why did I choose this time? You could have picked any time in history, and you chose as a spiritual being to be incarnated, to go through your life experience, to experience this great awakening. And that's what this time has been referred to. It's been referred to as a great awakening. Why did you come here? At this time, during a period when the old paradigm is dying, you're here to create a new paradigm. Right? As a divine being, you are heaven on earth. You have come with divinity to change the earth. Thy will be done is not something you do, it's who you are. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You are divinity, walking on earth, walking in this physical world to make a change and to make a difference. So are things impossible or I'm possible? Do you feel that possibility? And all you have to do is say yes. All you have to do is say yes. You don't have to know how. You don't have to know what you're supposed to do. But when you say yes and you open your heart, you open your mind, you open possibility, that's when miracles happen, because now you're living and you bring into manifestation the reason why you're here. And once you say yes, once you expand your consciousness, then you begin to awaken other people, and this spreads with just your beingness, right? We take that beingness and then we put it into words, we put it into action, we fulfill a purpose. Other people begin to awakening, and you become part of that great awakening into the new paradigm that's coming in. Hey, the whole world is shifting in consciousness. Shoot, all you got to do is get on social media and you see 4-year-old kids that are playing Eddie Van Halen, note by note. I mean, the talent and the consciousness that are coming through is amazing. We are rising in consciousness. Are you going to rise with it, or are you going to hold it back? Because some people still want to see what's impossible. Why? Because they want to hang on to an old model. They would rather do what's known and be in pain than move into uncertainty of what's possible. That's a lot of people, and we see that all the time. All you got to do is walk around and see these people wearing masks. You know, I was just outside doing pull-ups at the local playground. There's people walking their dog with a mask. Are you kidding me? There's not even an epidemic anymore. In fact, there's tons of science that shows that you're breathing your own CO2 and actually creating a hypoxic situation, right? And so they're so resistant because they're stuck in a model that they have cognitive dissonance, meaning I can't handle the new facts because my life is so unstable, because they don't know who they are, that I have to find some certainty and grounding. And if I change into that new model, I won't know what to expect. And I need that certainty and safety because they don't have the consciousness of who they are, why they came in, and turning impossible into I'm possible. So when you're fulfilling your vision, you're going to do and be what's possible, not what's popular. There's a big difference. What's popular is the old paradigm. What's possible is creating a new paradigm, a better world, a world where there isn't racism, a world where there is unity, a world where we have renewable resources, where it's not just based on oil and gas and things that you use, and that's a system that's based on debt, where we have renewable resources and we're using the universal abundance that God has created, and we are part of that. And so what you're going to run into is your opinions may not be popular, but you're living to what's possible, and people that want to awaken will follow you. And that's it, because what's been going on. Now, hey, here's the deal, man. I've never been into politics. I don't watch the news. I stay in my own little world, right? It's like I stay in this bubble. I don't care about anything like that. My family teases me all the time because I don't know what's going on. And then there comes a point where you say, that's enough. That's enough. We're not going to subject ourselves to mandatory vaccinations. We're not going to let them pass a law that they can pull our children out of our home and put them into camps and move them around when pedophilia is rampant. We're not going to let you take your husband or wife out of the home and separate families, because that's how it starts. Go to Resurrecting Our Freedom podcast. We just did an interview with Lee Dundas. She's a human rights attorney. It will blow your mind as to what's going on and the direction this country could head if we don't stand up for what's possible. So go to that, Resurrecting Our Freedom. We have amazing guests and podcasts. We just did Del Bigtree. Anyway, just go to that page. So what do they want to do? They want to restrict travel of all kinds. You can't get your license, can't get on a plane, you need vaccination, all that. Stop. We just got to stop. At some point, you look in the mirror and you say, if it's not you, who? So last week, I went and spoke at the Board of Supervisors. We got the mandatory mask requirement down. Now all the unions are coming in and say, we want to reinstate them. So there's going to be a protest that's way bigger today. I'm doing this early because we're heading over there and we're going to speak in front of them. There's no scientific data. It doesn't matter what unions are there. It doesn't matter who's standing up there. It doesn't matter, because it's not based on opinion. It's based on data, and the data says we're going to make people sick. That oxygen saturation is our life, and it gets dangerously low. So at some point, you say, you look in the mirror, you say, if it's not you, then who's it going to be? Because you came to create heaven on earth. You came to take a stand. That the frustration that people have is because they're not doing anything, even if it's sharing this TMT around the world. So it's time we step into our destiny. We move from what's impossible or this is too big until we can make a difference. We can, because it's not impossible, it's I'm possible. You chose to be here in this world today during a time of a transition from an old paradigm into a new paradigm. Thy will be done, not because it's what you do, because you believe that's who you are. Whew. So how do we move from impossible to I'm possible? Well, if you know how to do that, all the power to you. But what I am doing on June 29th to July 3rd, we're giving a 5-day, 1 hour from 10 to 11 a.m. Pacific time, 1 hour lessons. We're going through the You Are More Powerful system. We're going through 6 steps of healed. We're going to show you how to feel and experience and to know in your mind, heart, and body that God and divinity is within you. Right? How to love on an unconditional, expansive level. How to release your past. How to come into presence so you can hear what that destiny is, so you can move from impossible into I'm possible, so you can live the empowered life, the reason why you're here, so we can all be part of that great awakening and create that world, that we can create heaven on earth. So go like You Are More Powerful Than You Think Facebook page, register for that. And let's all raise our consciousness together, because when we do that individually, number one, individually, then we have unity. The impact that we can make on creating this new world will be exponentially greater. Okay, you guys, please share this everywhere, put it on your timelines, and let's make a difference. Let's work together. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven together. All right, love you guys. Peace.